Hi everyone. So if you're like me, you're in the tail end of your master's degree, in my case, my PhD, and you're thinking about what you need to do for next steps. And congratulations on thinking about finishing your either MA or MS in counseling, because it's a big deal. So chances are you are now thinking about what kind of exam you need to take, whether you need to take the NCE, the National Counseling Exam, or the NCMHCE, which is the National Clinical Mental Health Counseling Exam. And it's important to understand just what the differences are. So once you've been cleared that you're going to graduate, NBC C will allow you to set up the NCE. And I'm just going to use the initials if that's okay with everybody. The two major exams have key differences. And so in order to understand really where you fit in, you need to understand what those differences are. And there's a lot of mythology around them. So the NCE, the National Counselor's Exam, is a multiple choice exam that's developed by the NBC C. So if you had to take your CPCE, it's the same group that does the NCE. It tests the broad knowledge of 8 core areas of counseling. And if you went to a CACREP, CACREP, if you went to a CACREP place, then it will mirror those content areas. 8 core areas of counseling: human growth and development, ethics, assessments, career development, group, individual, and the like. So it's about 200 questions, and you'll have a little bit less than 4 hours to answer those 200 questions. 40 of the questions are there in an answer bank to see how people do, so they have them for future tests. So although it's 200 questions in 3 hours, 45 minutes, it's really 160 questions. Because this is comprehension, do not expect to get 100%. I did not. I think I got a 127 out of 160. I've seen people be able to pass with smaller amounts, 80 or 90. So the focus is on foundational knowledge and theoretical understanding. And the way that I think about it, it's textbook-based questions. So those are multiple choice. The NCMHCE, the National Clinical Mental Health Counseling Exam, is different. It's much more clinical. It is multiple choice questions, and you'll work through case simulations. So someone comes into your office and they go through informed consent, and what's the first thing that you're going to talk to them about? You're not going to go into treatment plan. You're going to talk about informed consent, things like that. So you'll be asked to make decisions about diagnosis, treatment planning, clinical interventions, real world scenarios that you might face in practice. There are anywhere from 10 to 12 clinical cases, each with multiple parts. It's more interactive and it's more applicable than the NCE. But understanding that means that there's actually a higher success rate with NCE than there is with the NCMHCE. So the NCE is a knowledge-based exam. It's broader in scope. NCMHCE is clinical. It's client-focused. It's more applied. It's more scenario-driven. So which one should you take? Well, one thing, it depends on what your state licensure requirements are and what you're intending on doing. In my area in Connecticut, you have to do the NCE in order to pass and become an unrestricted licensed professional counselor. But in my bordering states, both Massachusetts and New York require the NCMHCE. So either way, either exams are a big step towards becoming a licensed counselor and making a difference in people's lives. So good luck. I'm rooting for you.